All right. Good evening, cyber friend. This is Mitty Man coming at you again. Walks Mute Studio back here, Studio B. We want to say we give God all the praise and honor, give Him all the glory. We thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for the weather is. As you see here, this here video of mine here says music making, and talking about music composition in particular. But nevertheless, I'm also talking about the music discipline as well. And I wanted to go back to a time in where when I was really, really into music composition and trying to make certain that I did the music accordingly. My composition instructor was named Dr. Pepper, Dr. Stan Pepper at Berry College, in other words, and we had compositional seminar every Friday afternoon around by 3 o'clock, and where I would sit one on one with him in his office, and we would sit at the piano and we would do composition, and he taught me certain things and taught me the discipline of composition. First of all, matter of fact, let me be the first one to tell y'all, if you're gonna learn, some people can't learn. I mean, well, not that they can't learn, but it's the attitude. The attitude is so bad that it's hard to try to teach them anything. Now, what I mean by that, you see, when I went and studied up on the Dr. Pepper, I had already been taking piano for about 2 or 3 years. Because I started playing piano in '81. Then I went and I entered college that next year after playing a year, and I studied 2 years at Andrew, graduated. Then I transferred to Berry, and I didn't start taking compositional seminar, I think, until I guess my senior year, maybe. I think it was, but at any rate, I had been playing for a little while, and I knew my theory pretty good and everything. Matter of fact, Dr. Pepper was also one of my theory instructors, as well as arranging the composition and techniques and stuff of the such. Matter of fact, Dr. Pepper was my main instructor in that. And like I said, the discipline of music and musicianship, you have to take things one wrong at a time. You don't jump up a ladder, people. I tell people, you do not jump up a ladder. You climb it one wrong at a time. Now, if you building a house, you don't build a house starting with the roof. You have to start with the foundation. And then once you get the foundation, then you go up from there. Then the last thing that you put on a house is the finishing touches, in other words, the sidings and the paint or whatever like that there. And then you be adding the finishing touches on that. This is the same way that you build your music discipline. You have to be disciplined in order to do any type of music or anything else for that matter. You have to have what we call self-control, self-discipline. And remember that word self, meaning that I can't have it for you. You got to have it for yourself. Only thing that a person can do is instruct you and point you in the right direction to go with this here. And I'm talking about in the area of music now. Nothing else. I'm talking about in the area of music. Once you can teach them and point them in the direction that they must go, but they must have the self-discipline in order to do what you are telling them and asking them to do. And if you are a student, let me say that again. If you are a student, it would behoove you to do as your instructor tells you to do, because they know they have been where you got to go. They already been there, so they know. In other words, just like that movie, that sitcom used to be Fathers Know Best. Well, if you are going to learn, and this is how come I said some people are unteachable, because when they refuse to listen, a person that don't listen, you can't teach them, because they're not listening to you. They already got their mind made up, and they're going to go right on and they'll fall over the cliff because they got their mind already made up on this and don't know Adam ain't from Adam house cat. But now, if you want to be a great singer, you got to study great singers. If you want to be a great pianist, you need to study great pianists. In other words, whatever that you want to be good at, you must study someone that's already good at that thing. And if you study the discipline and you discipline yourself, you'll get there. You'll get there. It may take a while because, like I say, you don't jump up a ladder. You got to climb it. Don't think that you're going to do it in a day. Don't think you're going to do it in a day. But I guarantee you, if you will listen, take heed of instruction, and shut that big mouth and do what you are asked to do, you'll be all right. You will eventually get it. But if you're going to know more, if you're going to know more than the instructor, you don't need one. Let me say that again. If you're going to know more than the instructor, then you don't need one. The thing about it, people, there are a lot of things that we may think we know. There are a lot of things that we may think we know. But in actuality, and I've come to learn over my life that we don't know as much as we think sometimes, because we might have it a little bit wrong. And I know that I done had a whole lot of stuff wrong. Believe it, I done had a whole lot of stuff wrong. But guess what? At least I realized that I was wrong. I can go back and straighten it out. But a person that you can't tell nothing, you might as well let them go before the start, because you already done got off on the wrong foot. Now, believe you me, music making, music composition, music discipline, whether it be, I can only speak about the keyboards and piano. That's my area of expertise. And I mean, I ain't nowhere near my piano instructor. You tell me all the time, the piano is bigger than the both of us. You will always be learning. You're going to always be learning your craft. Always. It's too big. You'll never get it all. But you're going to forever be learning. And you're going to be learning. And you're going to be learning. And you're going to be learning. As long as you keep yourself in a learning mode, you got it made. You're on your way to being very successful in your music endeavors. Now, what we must do, you got to start from the basics. You got to start from the basics. You can't go ripping. You can't go ripping and think you can rip and run these scales and chords and arpeggios 100 miles an hour when you haven't learned to do it slowly first. The way you get fast is you got to learn slowly. Slowly. Yes, I know. I've been there. I've been a beginner at one time myself. I wanted to go fast, but no, my piano instructor will slap my hands every time. No, go slowly. This is what you have to do. You must go slowly. And that learning anything, not only music, you can't start out learning something and go fast. You don't know it enough yet at that time. You don't know it enough to go fast. You got to go slow and learn the discipline, and you get the muscle memory, and then you are able to go faster and faster and faster. That is the way that you get somewhere. And people, you do not get anywhere. You don't learn by talking. You learn by listening. Let me say that again. You do not learn by talking. You learn by listening. Look, really, put yourself on, listen at me, the man again. You don't learn by talking. You learn by listening. In other words, if you are an expert, you need to be the one doing the talking. But if you are the one doing the listening, that means you're a student. A student will learn when they are the one doing the listening. But when you're doing the talking, you're out of order. You're never gonna learn because you're out of order. You doing the talking. You learn by listening, and you learn by doing, and you do it. You take things off one wrong at a time. Like I said, you do not jump up a ladder. And I want to keep this video at a minimum. Like I said, I mean to keep my promise. But when it comes to, I'm just saying, I'm using this as music making and music discipline, composition, learning the keyboard, learning the saxophone, learning the flute, whatever that might be. You got to do it on a disciplinary. If you cannot discipline yourself to do what you need to do when you need to do it, you'll never make it. And that's not being negative. That's just truth. You got to take a discipline to do what you're supposed to do, even in the midst when you don't want to do it. And you got to go take things slow. Slow is the key. People, look on the internet. Look at ask any great musician. Ask any great musician. If you can get me one that'll tell you any other thing than what I'm telling you now, I would tell you to leave that musician alone, because he's absolute, or she is absolutely wrong. Every one of them will tell you that you must start from the bottom. You start off slow, and then you build. You build. And with me, and I'm going to end this video, but with the diabetes hit me and got my nerves, and my left hand is just terrible right now. I don't have the movement in it like I once had. So I'm a little bit handicapped in my left hand, period. Now, it ain't never been that great, but it's showing up it's not that bad great right now. So I know I have to take my time to learn new songs, and I have to take my time with that left hand, even more so than I used to after all these years. So people, remember, slow is the key. Build a foundation. If you build your foundation by listening and listening, not talking, listening, learn to listen at why have an instructor if you're not going to listen at them? I'm just throwing that out there for thought, food for thought. So with that being said, this is Mitty Man saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it. And just remember, the person that's doing the teaching is the one that should be doing the most of the talking. You are the student. You should be doing most of the listening. And like Mr. Miyagi said in Karate Kid, I say and you do. I say and you do. That's the key to becoming a successful anything, whatever that discipline might be. This is Mitty Man saying peace and good night.